For some time now, I have been pretty decent with this. My teachers in high school in English and other writing classes that calls for you to read and write always was guiding me towards using this thing professionally as a career. Even after high school, I was shot in the spine and I couldn't continue to play football. I was going to Tri-C Community College, and another English teacher loved me. And she pulled me after class and talked with me for like 20, 25 minutes and actually cried and told me how touched she was behind several of the essays I had put together. She said I had ability to draw pictures that was rare, and I just brushed it off my shoulder. I didn't. All of those things didn't register as a young man. It just didn't. I was a changed man at that point. You know, all my intestinal fortitude and drive for life was not there. So for 2 or 3 years, I guess I would define as not a coward, but close to it. Like I just did not have it. And I was dealing drugs a little bit and found myself in a couple situations that I would have powered through. Even some friends, homies I had, and I let the episodes go because I had technically started them. You know, a guy named Haleen and Jay, I was a drunkard to deal with the pain because I was handicapped. So I would drink excessively to cope with the pain of just walking. And I would black out, and a couple episodes happened and I wouldn't have let it slide. But it all led me to jail, incarceration federally. My point is this, and this station is called Ascension to Sovereignty. And when I went to federal penitentiaries, federal jail, it was as though I was someone from the chapters of the good books, a prophet, a messenger, who had to take time and retreat into a cave. And that's what I did. I spent some of the best years of my life in incarceration. Literally. More specifically, in the hole. I was in a hole in this one jail out way in New Jersey for like 4 months, and 3 months I didn't even see the sun. I seen the sun come through another window, and it was coming across the range, and I could see the beam of light from the sun, but I didn't actually see the sun. And guess what I was doing? I had diagrammed a book so tasty to me, but I didn't put it out. I got out of incarceration and just stored it. And I took a look at it back in like 2017, and God was intervening in my life on a major way. And I was like, man, I didn't know what was going on. I just was still know that it was some major stuff going on with a bunch of people that was working together, like 1,000 people. And I'm like, wow, man. I came up on the book. I'm like, man, yeah, that's real. I'm going to do this because a lawsuit had fell through while I was being sexually harassed. They didn't believe a black man could be sexually harassed. Imagine that. So I looked to make some impact with the writing, the book I had written. And I'm like, man, how can I make a part 2? I said, man, I'm gonna make a part 2. And I was thinking, because part 2, the guy, it was my story. It was not loosely based, but tightly based on my life. And it's a good book. I'm about to release it soon. That's what I'm getting to in this story. And I was like, man, how could this dude be Jesus-like? Believe it or not, I swear to God. I said, how could this dude be Jesus-like and invigorate the souls of people everywhere he went? How could he rattle the bones? And I can remember calling, asking my sister, I was like, man, I'm going to make a part 2 to my book. How would the dude invigorate the souls of people? And she said, I don't know. And I'm like, all right. And I thought on it, and I ended up thinking on it months because I didn't want to start writing because I wanted to have the depiction. And I said, I couldn't come up with a righteous topic that didn't go kind of sci-fi-ish. Well, as my tutelage and guidance took place to now, this is the reason I'm talking, and this is the reason I'm utilizing this, because I actually wrote another book, and I'm gonna release two at once, and it's all, they say I should talk about it. But what I'm saying is that I'm going to write a part 2 to that one. But it hurts my heart to understand this is what this video was really thought about. It hurts me because I can't change the world with every step I take in my community. That was my dream. Like, when I knew that like the world was about to see some cataclysms, I knew it because of all the studying and things I have read, all the movies I have seen. I can see the secret language within, the scripture, within other scriptures, within other writings. I just read something from the government. Woo! Y'all should read it. It's called the Book of Adam and Eve, and it's talking about what's about to happen in America. Ooh, they just released it. It's 30 years old, so they gotta release it. But I'll save it for another video. I want to change people everywhere I go, right? Because stay with me, everything that we know, every lane, schools, programs, religions, everything is a program put in place to control you or use you or get you to become a programmer. They call it gatekeepers. They call you, you're going to be a teacher of the program, right? We see it, pastors and, doctors and, and hip hop entertainers, athletes, they garner the attention of people beneath them and direct them to partake upon the indoctrination, the programming that will lead you to doing what is prescribed. So my dream was, and now I see it is not possible. Like me, for real, I am a righteous motherfucker. I ain't saying I ain't never sold drugs or I ain't never kicked no motherfucking ass, because I done whooped about 140 motherfuckers. I might have lost about 2.5 fights, but I don't play. I'll give it to Mike Tyson and Kimbo Slice, because I'm a UFC dude straight up, and I was always a nice guy, but I always had way more. If I was to lean forward and be aggressive, see, what I wish to do, I know that it's not possible. The powers that be don't want me to change people's lives every step, everywhere I go, everywhere. See, I'm able to do that. But they say, people don't want to, you make people afraid, or you make people, you may talk too much, or you may offend people, and you may, see, it's so much going on. But really, I might change their indoctrination, especially when it comes to black women. I shouldn't disturb the way that they have been programmed to proceed in the following years. They already been wound up and they, is ready to go. The indoctrination is set. So if I see all the things that it can change in our community, and if I was to go about to trying to change them things on a daily basis, like I got the gumption, the fortitude, the intestinal fortitude to do, I'll be doing wrong. See, I gotta be quiet, I can't change people, not, all this other stuff that's not so authentic. See, the authentic way was for me to do it in a loving, kind way, but still do it with emotion, passion, everywhere I go. And that's the way I thought it was gonna be laid out. Even if I gotta do a whole lot of things that I damn sure don't wanna do, I thought that I can do it and be pumped up and just do it every day, everywhere I go, every step. See, so many people don't know how people's lives is being directed. You don't have a clue. You don't have a clue at the complexities. It's so much going on. This is why I'm going to write, and I'm going to put it. Listen. I know it all. I know how life started, and it ain't nothing like you heard before. And I'm talking to whoever, to the Nation of Islam, to whoever. I know that I can make it clear to you, and it's going to align with science. Just open your mind. I'm going to document it all to have it, bam. Here it is. Easy to understand. 200 years from now, oh yeah, this is the manuscript. And I ain't saying each and every detail, this and that, but it's enough to document and say, this is the foundation, brothers and sisters. And it's gonna stand that way. I swear, I already know it. Hundreds of years from now, people gonna be like, this is what it is. We don't need to, listen to programs that's all over, indoctrinations to try to get us to follow, systems that get us in alignment. Hey, come on here, form a hierarchy, get in. You want to be a gatekeeper? You want to be a gatekeeper? Huh? Come on up. Come on, you gotta promote this falsification. Go ahead, preach the word. Go ahead. No offense to nobody, but you know what it is. You know what it is, man. And I don't care how tough y'all want to talk. See, really, I ain't a tough talker. I only talk hardcore after I done smashed you or when I'm trying to get you to go there, after you done disrespected me. Oh yeah, I was a passive aggressive dude. Most of the time, people thought I was soft or dumb. I know people now that's around me now when they see me and they see me spiel and hear what they like, man, I met you a couple years ago. I thought you was a dumb dude. Yeah, you know. Yeah, I know. People thought I was soft. I couldn't fight all my life. They thought that I was dumb. I'm like, man, I am more intelligent than probably everybody in your family put together. Like, literally. I just may not study that language. Like, I can't talk mechanic stuff, but I can learn it and learn that you could tell me what to do and I can learn some stuff and be cool. But I ain't gonna be great unless I put the years in. I don't know the language. But in straight capabilities, I am. I'm gonna pat myself on the back. Because people y'all ain't gonna do it. Y'all ain't gonna do it. Maybe when I'm gone or behind my back. Yeah, he is. Some people. But I don't hear it. So I take every chance I get to say how bad of a motherfucker I am. Because I know it. I know it. I am elite physically. I'm 49 years young, man. And I do it like NFL players. Mentally, I'm superior. Let's say that. I'm superior, way above average. Spiritually, oh shit, I'm elite. Come on, emotionally, you can't fade me. I am. And I have figured out so much about life. And all I want to do is share it with your children, but I ain't going to be allowed to give it to them. If I could spend 2 months with somebody, or 3 months, and giving them a certain amount of dosage a few times a week, a couple hours, talk to them, guide them through just my perspective, I will increase their ass. I'm sorry for cursing so much. And I don't even like to curse. But I know that what I got in me, it can it's so valuable. It is so valuable. But really, I gotta just fill in mostly for some part of the script. So my script say, we gotta fight the power. We need our rights. I gotta step in on that. I gotta step in and say, all the police officers need to do their job. Oh yeah, the deadbeat dads, you need to do something. When I see above it all, I see the real core to a whole lot of problems. They talk about deadbeat dads, but I see, right? I see all type of footage, information that say black fathers are the best fathers on the planet. African-American black fathers are the best fathers on the planet. Even Oprah Winfrey spelled it out. Oprah Winfrey did a whole case study on it. So when I see, literally, when I see my community and I see 70% of our ladies are single mothers, right? And I see we have a delinquency problem. Our children can't read or write. They ain't reading and writing on their grade point level. They ain't comprehending on their grade level. So I'm like, okay, well, but they still having children. The ladies still having children. They still are dating men, and they're not getting the men they're dating to pour into their children. Let me get this straight. Is anybody gonna, talk nicely to our ladies and say, hey, maybe accountability? No, we ain't gonna do it. We ain't gonna do it. We just gonna keep stepping way back in the logical chain and say, well, them deadbeat dads and leave the ladies alone. They can do what is hard enough on them. I don't know. I just hope to pour what I got into somebody. And it all can't be just, I don't know, like the most valuable stuff is just, it's not written. I'm here to tell you, it's not. And I'm talking on the highest level. I'm talking about whoever whatever historian, like if it is written, it's hidden. Like the most valuable things are not written, or they are hoarded and hidden. Like the real stories, books of like what we call the universe and all perpetuity. The real knowledge is hidden and handcuffed, and that it ain't getting out. And the next level is word of mouth that's only taught to certain privileged individuals. Woo! This been a good video. I worked out too hard a minute ago, and I forced myself a headache, but emotionally, spiritually, I'm vibrating like a monk. You know, when they used to sit there like, and that's very valuable. That vibration that come, I done got rid of toothaches and that. Well, I held toothaches at bay with it. It heals so much, that vibration. And when you get louder and and it's like you cup your lips, and it do something. It do something to the body, to the soul too. I'm telling you, that vibration, it really, really do something. If I was to keep doing it, it'd get rid of the slight headache. But I gotta end this video. I love you. I'm gonna look back at this video over and hope that it was something like that you can take and make part of your essence. I love you.